Coming up today on Great Day Connecticut, with the mask mandate being lifted, what does that mean for your kids' mental health? We're going to explore the impact the last 2 years have had with an expert.
Plus, celebrate Valentine's Day with a good book. We've got some choices for you or your sweetie.
And Recipe of the Week, our big game prep continues, and we're going to try to make something that will not only taste good, but look impressive too.
We're making your day a great one, starting right now.
You know, it's great when we can come together and do things jointly.
You know, it really is, but there's a lot of infighting going on behind the scenes here as to National Pizza Day and where pizza was originally founded.
Yes, so a happy National Pizza Day, February 9th, if you needed an excuse to stuff your face.
I don't care where it was invented, as long as it comes to my house. Hometown Scramble this morning had a pizza theme this morning. We had onions, bacon, and cheese. Those were the three ingredients, and they were the three different towns. Diane Taylor sent in the puzzle based on National Pizza Day. It was really kind of cool.
You know, it's like, forget Wordle. You could play Hometown Scramble.
Hometown Scramble. That was before Wordle.
Do you have a favorite type of pizza?
Cheese only.
But what kind of thickness?
I don't care. It could be deep dish. It could be thin crust. It could be New York style pizza. It could be Chicago style. I don't care what it is.
You don't care what it is?
As long as it's delicious.
My kids like the thick. I like it to be thin.
Yeah, as you know, I stoop so low as to get Elio's from the frozen.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's good. What's the best pizza in Connecticut?
That I'm not even going to try and answer.
Yeah, I'm not going to try and answer it either.
But we would love to know. Go to our Great Day Connecticut Facebook page. Let us know what you think. We were talking about the infighting was because we did have the documentary filmmakers who were in the New Haven Film Festival that came on that talked about the history of pizza and that it's messed up and that actually the first people to really do it the way they did in Italy when they came over, it was starting here, not in some of the other places that take credit for it.
Again,
but we have a bill in the legislature to become really the pizza capital of the world. Did it pass yet?
I don't think so. I think it got shouldered. All right, so what smells worse, tuna fish or hard-boiled eggs?
Tuna fish.
Hard-boiled eggs.
You guys?
Hard-boiled eggs. Rich? Thank you, Angelo.
Tuna. We equal. We got two in the back and two here. No. And I'm going to say tuna.
I'm saying hard-boiled eggs. When Kara opens those hard-boiled eggs in the Better Studio, it is like, your necklace is banging. It is, and the Great Day Studio, pardon me. It is like, it's unbelievable. It smells like a gaseous bomb went off in there. It's just unbelievable. Tuna is much better.
It is not. And when we have an office, it's about the size of this table, and if you bring tuna in there, I have to leave.
Kara opening up the eggs yesterday, I'm like, what is that smell?
Listen, we got to get our protein, okay?
All right, we're doing it both ways.
All right,
tuna
listen,
and eggs.
Eating healthy can add up to 13 years of your life. Just changing your diet away from the typical Western diet, which is
amazing,
a lot of animal product and processed food. They have done a study.
Yep.
And, you know, it matters when you're young, for sure, but they
Even
found
if
out
you're
that
80.
when you're older, at any point, you clean out it's sort of like Dr. Morris says, when we do those, you know, just a 6-day detox and how much your health it changes the whole trajectory of your health.
According to the study, if a woman began eating a plant-based diet at age 20, she could increase her lifespan by more than 10 years. A man eating the healthier diet from age 20 could add 13 years to his lifespan. That's no, but then 60, Jamie. By starting at 60, you could also increase your lifespan.
By 8 years, and a man would be 9 years. And even 80-year-olds benefit from dietary changes. At 80, adding another 3.5 years to your life, which is a lot when you're already 80.
So what am I supposed to eat? Fruits and vegetables?
Here's a way to
legumes?
Legumes.
Yeah.
Here's the simple thing.
I don't even know how to say it. I don't want to eat it.
Here's the simple thing.
Yes.
If we eat 75% of our plate fruits and veggies,
okay,
you're good. And then meat is supposed to be more like a condiment, and it should be high quality.
Okay, very good.
Fish more often. You know, limit your red meats. Have your fish.
Tuna.
Like your tuna.
Like my tuna.
Or your eggs.
All right, when you sleep, you're not eating. That's the latest trend, and you're losing weight as opposed to those people who are sleep less because they're up more. They're going to eat more. This is
Well, the question was, like, is it because they're sleeping more and, you know, because of their getting better rest and maybe their body's functioning better? They're saying, in part, just they ate fewer calories. But it may have been... We don't really know why. It could have been that they just weren't as hungry and their body was working better, or also just the fact they were put down earlier. They didn't have much time to eat.
I wonder who's filming these people getting into bed and just, you know, like snoring. Like, who's taking the video of this poor guy? He's like, I'm just trying to get some sleep here, and you're videotaping
sleep clinic,
me.
Maybe?
Who knows? Did you see her? They're out. But apparently,
I do like to take the whole bed if I'm by myself.
I do.
I
am by myself. I take the whole. No, actually, I sleep in a little sliver. I'm used to it with the cat because the cat used to come in and dominate the bed.
Yeah.
So I'm used to like a little sliver of the bed. I get up, the bed is almost made.
I normally am like that, but sometimes you just want to like.
Yeah, want to spread your wings.
Yeah. All right. So if you really are upset with something, or someone, I should say, you could get for Valentine's Day a cockroach at the zoo in Texas. You can name the cockroaches and then watch them be eaten.
This is a terrible story.
So they're naming them after ex-lovers, and then they watch them get. Well, the cockroaches are being fed anyway to the snakes and things. They're food. I mean, it's the circle of life.
All right.
But they're naming them after ex-lovers, and then you can. It's quit bugging me. Name a cockroach after your ex.
I want to be your lover.
It's only $5.
$5, or if you want a rat.
Get 25 big ones for a rat.
You get a rat, and you can watch that get devoured too.
Ew.
Ew. The whole thing is just nasty. I don't know.
I mean, but snakes have to eat too.
All right. Now, I love this next story. A cat went missing 7 years, and it was found 1,400 miles away in Florida.
It went missing in Maine.
How does this happen?
And the owner doesn't know because a veterinarian found the microchip and called the owner, whose name was Denise, and she's like, well, I don't have a cat. Like, we're not in Florida. We live in Maine. You must have that. And he described it. She's like, oh, my gosh. So they don't know what happened. They had done an exhaustive search, thought maybe he'd been eaten by a predator.
Yep.
It turns out he's alive. And he was in Florida.
A female
gray tabby. He went and retired or something.
I just can't believe it. Maybe he hopped in a moving van and went to Florida. Sometimes look at this good cat.
When I did the story on the cat, we had the cat whisperer and the cat finder, and that is what happened to one of the cats that we profiled. They had a furniture delivery, and they were getting the couch off, and the cat jumped onto the delivery truck and ended up very far away.
Very far away. So who knows? Look at the cat next to the gerbil cage. That's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. I don't care how long it's been missing. Don't put the cat next to the gerbil cage. All right, Milwaukee's airport needs your help. It's trying to find the owner of a teddy bear. The teddy bear has special meaning to apparently the kid who lost it because the kid might have congenital heart defects. It's a kind of a bear that gets donated to kids with genital heart defects. So they're thinking that the kid who lost it might have this issue, and he's probably looking for his bear. But the bear is nice and comfy in the airport.
Yeah, so there you go. So they're putting it out there, and perhaps you can just help this bear find its rightful way back to its owner.
They say...
And there's some other lost stuffed animals as well.
They say that if you were traveling in or out of the city on January 4th, again, this is out of Milwaukee, maybe someone here in Connecticut is missing their bear, and we could reunite them right here on Great Day Connecticut. That would be awesome.
All right, and also, if you've taken a lot of photos when you went to Disney, as we all do, your very first Disney photos, your family's photos, could become a historical artifact at the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want your pictures, so you're going to share your pictures. That would be, you have the iconic
Several
ones.
decades they're looking for. All different decades.
And
they
it
want
could
to see
be
how
blurry,
the parks changed.
it could be with your pictures with your kids now. You could do different trips. I mean, the iconic ones in front of Cinderella's castle. I've got Helena all dressed up like Jasmine.
You do?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
She went to the Bibbidi Bop salon, and she chose to become Jasmine.
All right.
Yeah, the fairy godmother turned her into Jasmine.
We went to Disney World once, or what is it, Florida? Is it Disney World?
Disney World.
Went there once. My brother was 5 years older than me, playing Frisbee on the beach the day before, sprained his ankle, and ruined the whole trip.
Why did he ruin? Because he couldn't walk around?
Couldn't get on the rides. He was on crutches. They wouldn't let him on the runs.
Oh.
So I was like, I rode Space Mountain by myself. Like, what fun is that? And there was no Epcot at that point. You couldn't even do Epcot. They were building it.
The first time I went was when Epcot opened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I remember thinking Epcot at that age, it was boring. I just wanted to go on Space Mountain a bunch of times.
Exactly, Space Mountain a bunch of times. So be sure to stay.
And when I was there, Space Mountain, the lights came on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was a malfunction, and we got to see what it really looked like.
Oh,
and
it looks like.
And you're like, oh, it's really not that exciting. Like, it's not scary at all.
But when you're in there and the lights are out, boy, it is scary.
Oh, yeah.
So you can send your photos to NMAH-Disney Stories at si.edu.
Yeah, so just think, Smithsonian National Museum of American History. So go there, and I'm going to see if I can find some. Who knows? Then wouldn't that be cool to take your kids someday to the Smithsonian and you see your Disney pictures as part of the exhibit?
Apple has a new way for its customers to make payments, another way that I will find confusing and not be able to do, and say, please just take cash.
You just tap to pay.
But they have to have an iPhone, and you have to have an iPhone, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's almost like Venmo on steroids. You just like, tick, tick, here you go.
Merchants just hold an iPhone next to the customer's iPhone or Apple Watch. The new option will also work for contactless credit and debit cards. So
you have to have an iPhone XS.
More futuristic ways to pay.
After.
Yeah. Well, good.
Now, already a lot of retailers accept Apple Pay. I don't use it a lot, but you would just put your phone, hover over it. And
yeah, I don't do that. Do you do that?
I don't, but I know that Helena knows how to do that, so she likes to do that. But I always just give my debit card.
She's apparently using your credit card as well.
Well, only if I give her permission to do that. But I would be like, here you go. And she'd be like, no, you don't have to do that. You just go,
All right, now listen up. If you own a Hyundai or a Kia, certain models are spontaneously catching fire.
This is a serious thing. A recall has been issued for about 350,000 Hyundai Santa Fe and Tucson SUVs, and Kia is recalling about 125,000 of the K900 sedans and the Sportage SUVs. So dealers will have to inspect the vehicles to see if they need any new parts. Now, this is the part I find troubling. They say you can keep driving the car, just don't park it in a garage and park it far away from buildings. What?
What on earth?
Go ahead and keep driving, just don't park near anything.
Don't park near anything. Park it outside of your garage and away from your house. So
I'd be like driving to that dealer going, give me a new car. I'm not going to just not park next to... What about when you're in a parking lot and you're parked next to someone else's car?
I don't know. It's just, just park next to another Hyundai. Or another Kia.
They have a section in the
section Kia's only.
Kia section.
The Kia section of the thing. But serious news here. Don't get those cars back in the shop if you have them.
So what would you do if you won Jeopardy a million times?
I'd quit.
You quit your day job, apparently.
I would quit. $1 million, it's a good amount of money, but...
Well, but she said that, Amy Schneider has quit her day job because she wants to say goodbye to 9 to 5, and now she's going to work at doing other things, like she's writing a book.
What was she? An engineer?
She was a software engineer.
Software engineer.
And so she decided that she's like, you may have heard, but I quit my day job yesterday. It's a bit nerve-wracking to pivot from a software engineer to public figure, but she's going to spend at least the next couple of years doing something different and see where it goes.
She says she's going to try to write a book. She said her agent, which she says feels like a weird thing to say, agent, really wants her to get moving on the real quick because the publicity is out there. And then she would not be opposed to hosting Jeopardy.
Or playing another game show.
Another game show.
But apparently she has a 6-month exclusivity clause, so she can't do it for 6 months. But she's putting the word out there. She's ready
all the other former contestants, except Matt. I don't think he's jumped on he's still not at the 6-month window yet. But who's the Jeopardy champion of all time? Ken Jennings. He's on the Game Show Network now, doing other game shows, hosting game shows. He's hosting Jeopardy. So good for her. I hope she parlays this into something really exciting.
Yeah. We'll see what
excellent.
happens.